Ryan, thoughts on the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight? Oh man, such an interesting set of feelings about it, because on the one hand, Jake Paul, if he's the one that came up with the idea to do it and promoted it and made it happen, nobody has been able to make as exciting of a boxing event as that event before it happened was, of just Mike Tyson's coming back. Like everyone's so excited. My wife doesn't watch boxing. I don't care about boxing, but Mike Tyson's coming back. Suddenly I was interested. That's a win for the sport of boxing. The actual event itself, Netflix doesn't know how to get their servers right or whatever, so it kept crashing for everyone. Whether there was just dramatically more demand or if they just never had the infrastructure in the first place, but they did a horrible job of being able to broadcast. They did not have the digital infrastructure to have that amount of traffic, which on the one hand means there was a big victory there. On the other hand, huge failure on their part to prepare for what they set up. Then for the fight itself, I suppose it was exactly what we should have expected, but I think we all had just enough of that fantasy in our mind. We had just enough like, is he Rocky Balboa? Is he gonna do? We're gonna get Rocky Balboa in real life, where the 60-year-old fighter shows the young guy that he's still got some gas in the tank, and it really wasn't that. It was the reality of Mike Tyson is 60 years old and hasn't had like a professional fight in 20 years, and while he could beat the crap out of me, him fighting someone that also trained for 6 months for a boxing match that's literally 30 years younger than him. So you saw basically the humanity of Mike Tyson, that he just can't move like he used to. His reflexes aren't as good, and he's never been a guy known for going the distance. He's known for the guy that had knockout power, just viciousness. And so a guy that was never known for going the distance, and then he gasses out even though they're only 2-minute rounds. So it was kind of sad to see. It was cool that they were able to come up with something that got people excited for boxing again and figure out what can you do to continue to expand that. That's something that tap into whatever that is, which coincidentally, ironically, whatever you want to say it, unfortunately, whatever language you want to use, it's the same thing that is going on with movies. How do you make a big, exciting movie? Let's grab a franchise from the 80s. Let's grab a TV show from the 80s. Let's get our aging hero, and you bring back the franchise, do the legacy sequel, and now we're doing the legacy boxing match. And it's legitimately the plot of a Rocky movie from 20 years ago. And if you haven't heard the story, I watched Rocky on my honeymoon. That was the first movie I watched in the theater after getting married. And before we went off to do whatever people normally do on a honeymoon, I don't know what other people do on their honeymoon, we went to the movies to go see Rocky Balboa, and then we went off to the woods to do whatever normal people do on their honeymoon. So it was a little bit sad to see. And nobody really, on a respect level, or like legacy, anything like that, nobody really came out with a victory out of that final match. You didn't watch it and go, oh, Jake Paul, well, he went the distance with like Mike Tyson. Man, you went like, he's going easy on Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson is an old man. Most of these clips are pulled from my Patreon live streams. I do about 6 live streams every single month. For $2 per month, $20 per year, you can get access to all the exclusive videos and live streams. For $5 per month, you get your name on my end card. At the top tier, you get a 30-minute video chat with me each month. The link down below in the description has more information.